All right. Once again, the Miami Heat, uh, speechless, absolutely speechless. 125-95 tonight to the San Antonio Spurs. First of all, first quarter. I mean, 30 to 12 after the first quarter. Questionable. I mean, really. I mean, the big three didn't even look the big three, man. Come on now. We could put the Cavaliers back. I mean, we could put the Cavaliers on the court right now, and they could put on a better showcase than what the Heat put on tonight. But I mean, just getting into the numbers, Heat 37 for 78 from the field, 47%. But my goodness, no defense. They thrived on defense. They, I mean, that's that's their game. Yeah, they have three superstars, but their pride is in their defensive end, and time after time, open shot after open shot. Uh, San Antonio goes 46 for 82 from the field, shooting 56%. But the biggest astounding number that was out there was the 17 for 28 from 3-point range. Just, I mean, I don't know if the Cavaliers just caught him on a good night. I mean, if he caught him on a good night, or the San Antonio Spurs just completely exposed what the Heat have left open for so long this whole season, but so many teams didn't want to capitalize on it. Wherever the case might have been, I don't know, but just like if you refer back to the NFL season when Michael Vick tore down the NFL the first 10 weeks of the season, and once a blueprint on Michael Vick was revealed, teams caught on to that, and Michael Vick wasn't the same Michael Vick for the rest of the year. Yeah, he put up big numbers. I mean, he put up good numbers. He didn't put up big numbers, but he was contained. Now, San Antonio Spurs is completely absolutely just embarrassed Miami Heat tonight. Bosh goes for 17 and 14. James 26 to 8 and 7. Usual James night, but they had four guys in double figures, and the big three contributed to almost 75% of their offense today. Mike Miller is the only player outside the big three to score in double digits. He had 12, and then the closest player had 7. I mean, you can't have that. Playing championship ball, three guys can get you to the finals, but three guys are not going to win your title. You need that supporting cast. Bench plays are terrible. Mike Bibby, since he's came over, really hasn't contributed much to the cause. More just another shooter. That's all he is. He's another shooter. Doesn't know his way into the offense. And honestly, Mike Bibby coming to the Heat looks like, I'm not comparing him to the Atlanta Hawks, but the style of offense that the Heat are running is a mixture between the New York Knicks and the Atlanta Hawks. Is just fast-paced, run and gun type of offense. But the Heat are they're a little more sound on defense, but I mean, it's just come up, run down and shoot, and Mike Bibby seems to fit that role for that offense. But for this offense to excel, you can't have that. They need to run perfectly executed plays, even decent plays. San Antonio Spurs ran the basic plays in their packages and absolutely just exposed the Miami Heat defense. And what can you do? Mike Bibby, Tony Parker first game back, just absolutely just embarrassed, Mike Bibby tonight. Tony Parker goes for 15, 2 and 8. But outside the 15 points, I say 6 of those were stellar, just ankle breaker, woo plays. Those wild plays. And more the biggest one, my favorite one was in the third quarter where Parker drove to the hole, his basic slash and go, and got into the paint, hit him with a whoop whoop spin move, and finger rolled it, and just Mike Bibby. The defense is just absolutely awful. The acquisition, some analysts say that the acquisition of Mike Bibby was actually good for the team, but I would say not, because he can't play defense. He's a 3-point shooter, but he's not a consistent 3-point shooter. Yeah, he made the run with the the Kings. He was in the running with the Kings when they almost went to the finals. Unfortunately, they ran to the Lakers in those couple of years, but Mike Bibby there was just a 3-point shooter. The team was driven by Vlade Divac. They was driven by Weber. They was driven by Stojakovic. And Doug Christie playing defense. Mike Bibby, just that 3-point guy. He was an all-star, but just a 3-point guy, you know. But the Miami Heat, they have to get it together. You know, they're 1-9, well 1-10 now versus teams over 500. They're 0-3 on their current 11-game road trip against teams over 500, and they can't close the game. They're having trouble starting games now, and I don't know if the morale's down. They're trying too hard. LeBron James needs to become the point guard. There's no question. You know, he's the best ball handler on the team. He's the best passer on the team. He's the best playmaker on the team. He needs to be a playmaker. He's not. He'll get his points. I don't know if he's trying to get his points the right way. He's just trying to. It almost feels like he's trying to put everything on his shoulders, and his jump shot. He's relying on that jump shot, and the jump shot is not working. Why he doesn't? He's not dry. He's not the same LeBron James from last year. He's not attacking the hole. It's more coming off a pick, pull up mid range. Come off a pick, pull up from 3-point range. You know, they give Dwayne Wade the ball. Dwayne Wade's driving the hole, but he's double team, triple team. You know, LeBron James is not making plays for his other teammates. You know, it's almost as if LeBron James is trying to be the coach on the court, and Coach Spagnuolo, I don't think they're giving him a chance to coach his team. You know, I think they're just trying to run plays through LeBron James and see what they can get out of it when they need to run plays through everyone to get people open. Let LeBron just run the plays, but let LeBron James make the plays. He's not running the plays and make the plays. He's trying to make plays without running any plays outside the pick and roll. Now the teams to stop that, I mean, there's not much else can do. They have to hit this wall and see that it's time for a change. You know, they're 0-1 versus Spurs this year. They're 0-3 versus Celtics. 0-2 versus Mavericks. 0-2 versus Bulls. And they're 1-0 versus Lakers. And that was on Christmas Day. Like, that was the best game. That's when the Lakers weren't even hot. You know, the Lakers were struggling. So hopefully sometime here soon they can figure something out. Start LeBron James at the point. Well, you can start him at the 3, but let him be the point and put Mike Miller into the starting lineup, and that team will thrive. The team will not only thrive, it will excel all expectations. More threats on the court at one time instead of having Chalmers up there who can't shoot, he can't run the offense, he can't do anything right. Yeah, he's a good defender, but you need a shooter. If LeBron James will be handling the ball, you need a shooter outside LeBron James, a 3-point shooter. Chalmers is not a 3-point shooter. He's trying to become a 3-point shooter, and the fact that he's not a 3-point shooter is not looking good. So, hopefully something will come about that. First video, comment on it. Let me know what you think. Heat versus Spurs, March 4th, 2011. This is your boy D. I'm out.